Hello and welcome to What If Sasuke Talked to Team 7, Part 9. Last time we had Team 7 and Team 8, tasked with meeting with the spy of Sasori's in Orochimaru's outfit. And this was in an effort to get more information of where Danzo ended up after he left the beef before he could be executed. The spy, of course, is Kabuto, and he and Orochimaru fight Team 7, which ends in about a draw. Meanwhile, Team 8 was backtracking the spy to their base operations, which they see Danzo leaving. They try to follow Danzo discreetly, but because they didn't realize Danzo had a Sharingan, they were discovered. During the fight with Fu and Turin, his two trusted bodyguards, Team 8 is on the back end. Shino is able to fight the other Armorai, and Kiba is actually doing pretty good against Fu, but Gonzo is just in the league of the third Hokage, even though he is just as old. So Kurenai and Hinata just can't match up. But Team 7 does show up and defeats Fu and Turin. But Gonzo, realizing that the tide is turned against him, uses his trump card, the Kodo Matsukami, on Naruto gives Naruto the order, basically, to kill all the Uchiha, which includes Itachi, Madara, and unfortunately Sasuke. Following this command, Naruto goes full QB Four Tails mode and attacks Sasuke before Yamato has the opportunity to restrain him. During the confrontation, Danzo and his two lieutenants get the hell out of Dodge, and the surviving teams, the Team 7 and 8, return to Konoha, as the hideout that they were following was evacuated and destroyed before they can get any good information out of it. Now, in the village of Konoha, we have Naruto in isolation because of his outburst and because they know he's under genjutsu of some sort, and I believe someone in the organization would know about the Kodo Matsukami. I have to get used to saying that word. So he's going to be under therapy trying to get rid of the genjutsu. He's also going to be meditating, which he learned a little bit when he was with the Toads learning Sage Mode, which he's going to be working on Sage Mode too, so he's going to get a little bit farther on the imperfect Sage Mode scale. And he's actually going to be communicating with Kurama, who actually has a little bit more in common with him now, because they've both been, screwed over by the Uchiha's Sharingan, being put under their control. Sasuke was pretty heavily, was not greatly injured, but he was definitely he was put out of it from the fight, so he's in the hospital too, receiving treatment. Now I'm going to quickly talk about Team 10. Now, if you remember, I switched the pairings of the preliminary rounds, so Naruto and Sakura fought, or in this case, Sakura forfeited to Naruto due to the way the tuning games kind of worked weirdly. So Ino fought Kiba and was victorious, ending up in the finals, meaning she had a whole month where she was training to be a better ninja. Now, match this with the fact that, there was no Sasuke retrieval arc because Sasuke never left. Shikamaru never had that, maturity moment that he got when most of his team almost died. So she's kind of henpecking the rest of the team because she's the only one that's really shown much progress. Now, we also have to deal with Ino's relationship with Sasuke, which, before it was always kind of a pining thing, but now Sakura and Sasuke are kind of an item, so she needs to move on. Now, I'd like to please ask in the comments below to decide who you think is going to be a good pairing for Ino, because we have Choji, Shikamaru, Kiba, Shino, and Rock Lee. They're all the most likely people because they're all, people she knows. I'm kind of leaning towards Choji myself, but again, that's up to you guys. Now, we go on to the 12 Guardians arc, where Asuma, Shikamaru, and the two gate guards, whose names escape me, end up facing up with Hidan and Kakuzu. And unfortunately, things go exactly like they do in canon, with Hidan able to successfully use his ritual to self-inflict homicide on Asuma. Asuma is able to, have his final moments with Team 10, getting Shikamaru the kick in the butt he needs to actually, step up as a ninja. Ino and Choji are, of course, sad as they go to the funeral. Now they, of course, want to avenge their sensei, and this time it's Yamato that signs up to be the leader of the three-man team that is now Team 10. But Sakura also joins, as the other two members of her team are in the intensive care due to what happened in the last mission. So Yamato uses his wood release to do a quick sneak strike on Kakuzu, because as far as we know, it can be used at range, so I could see it working quite similar to the Jojori, only of course not lightning. So it hits him in the chest. I'm not sure if it had the same effect against his, earth limited heart, but I think it still hurt him in one of his hearts because he has 4 or 5. He's got 5 in total. So I'm going to say that one heart gets taken out that way, and Yamato's not expecting it, but Kakuzu is still up and running to fight again. Now, Shikamaru quickly binds Hidan's shadow because frankly, Hidan is kind of the weakest member of the Akatsuki. Sure, he's immortal and he's got that real cool trick, but that's about it. So Shikamaru gets his shadow and drags him over to Sakura, who binds the hell out of him with different seals. It's basically making him completely immobilized for the rest of the fight. Of course, the Shikamaru has not been motivated up to this point, so using the shadow just to the point that he did is enough to drain him out. So now he's just watching the immobilized Hidan and giving strategy to the rest of the team. Now during this time, Ino has used her mind transfer jutsu on one of Kakuzu's hearts. I'm just going to say the fire heart for the fun of it, and is now basically guarding Shikamaru, taking pot shots at the Kakuzu's other pieces. Choji has grown to a larger size to help Yamato fight Kakuzu. And with, Hidan fully stymied, Sakura is able to join the fight. She uses that same taijutsu limiting field she gave to her boys during the tuning exam finals, and uses it on one of the hearts, which, since the heart is basically a rather complicated ninjutsu, it basically immobilizes it completely, and she just stomps that heart down to just 2 hearts, the one in his body and the one, I'm going to say the lightning one, handing up to him. Kakuzu retreats. He sacrifices his, thread monster heart as a defender as he banks out of there. So now, Team 10 has captured Hidan, did a rather decisive blow to Kakuzu, and they have avenged Asuma in more ways than one. Let me know what you think.